Bismillah. Adaman. Adahim. La ilaha illallah. Muhammadur Rasulullah. Iyaka na'budu. Or Iyaka nasta'in. Assalamu alaikum. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all's day and tried to make the best out of y'all's day. I hope you learned something today. You should be learning something every day. Alright, you know. What you want to know, what you should want to know, is who you are. I know who I am. I'm so-and-so farmer or whatever. No, you're not. No, you're not. You don't know who you are. When you know who you are, you're going to be more in tune with what's going on. Not just of the world. Many people just caught up early working. You just living basic lives. You don't really know what's going on. You don't know who you are. It's the scene in the Matrix with that Oracle lady first told Neo. My phone hit that thing. Well, I'm gonna keep it going for the sake of this and that. There's a scene in the Matrix when the Oracle lady told Neo, know yourself. It was in Latin because he didn't know who he was. Neo was the one, but he didn't know it. Many of y'all are special, but you don't know it. You don't know who you are. To know who you are is excellent. To know whose you are is even supreme. You belong to God, our Father, Allah, Abba, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nesset, the great I am who I am, the Alpha, the Omega, the Lord of the heavens and the earth, the universe, and all who dwell in them. Word, you belong to Him. You made in His image. Facebook, follow me on the YouTube thing. When my phone do that blackout thing, you know what time it is. But listen, to know whose you are is supreme. You also want to know who the enemy is. The Bible say, be alert and of sober mind, because your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. Do you know how to identify him? The Bible say, be alert and of sober mind, because your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion. Do you know how to identify him? Truth be told, truthfully, most of y'all do not know how to identify this guy. How he gonna come to you through? He can come at you any way you let him. He can come at you through work, your job, your friends, your thoughts. You know what I mean? Listen to what I'm saying, man. Word. If you know how to identify the enemy, you can catch that bass and say, Satan, get behind me. The Lord rebuke you. You hear me? But many people don't understand. But that's good to know. If you know who you are, whose you are, and who the enemy is, you're going to do excellent. Alright? You're going to do better than the majority of people. Okay? Where I'm going to, let me see. Y'all ever heard of a term? Any one of y'all been to school? Y'all should say yeah. There's a subject in school called science. And in science, we tend to have what's called projects. Do you know what happens? Do you know what a science project is? It's an experiment. Why are you talking about science project? Because any one of y'all live in the neighborhood? What do you call your hood? You call it a project. Alright? You call the hood a project. If you from like New York or Cali, you got different projects. Even throughout the world, you got projects. Okay? Well, a project is a science experiment. You hear me? Alright. This is America, the science project. Alright? Where we living in right now, really the whole wide world. All 7 continents is a project to the people. What you mean? Y'all ain't even got a clue. Y'all ain't even got a clue. But I'm gonna stick to the America, the Science Project. If you live in America, you're a part of the Science Project. What you mean by that? Most of America is like a science lab to the rich. The 10%ers who run the world, they have most of us poor folks living in projects. Is that not what we call the poor class neighborhood? The projects? A project is a science experiment in a science class. They have projects. We all, the people of America are living in a real life science project. And the poor people and many others are the test subjects. Most people are experimenting with drugs of all kinds. They give us drugs in the foods, in the drinks, that's messing with our hormones and affecting our minds and bodies, killing our minds and bodies slowly. Well, this is biological warfare. Type in biological warfare on your phone. It's a biological warfare is the use of disease-causing agents, pathogens like bacteria, viruses, toxins produced by living things as weapons to intentionally harm humans, animals, or plants, causing illness, death, fear, and economic disruption, often through covert release for widespread and inexpensive attack. Biological warfare. Where am I going? Let me see. How do I got this? This should be kind of quick. Yeah. I don't know which book to go to first. In movies they put a lot of subliminal messages. It's a movie called I'm Legend. Anyone of y'all seen that movie? I'm Legend with Will Smith. It was like he was a doctor or something. And like it was something that they was making in the lab, and like all the people got sick. Word. They was tripping. They like started dying. You know what I mean? There was only a few people left. Look in the world. What's amazing is y'all watch TV all the time. Y'all watch a lot of TV and you don't really pay attention to like what's going on. But that movie I'm Legend with Will Smith in it, like dude was by himself. It was a few people. He was a doctor or something, and some type of outbreak happened. Like word. You know what I mean? And everybody started dying. It's a movie called The Matrix. I was talking about it earlier. A lot of y'all, you seen the movie The Matrix. A lot of people living in a dream world. You think you up, but you really sleep. And the worst part is the people's like living in some type of liquid death kind of thing. You dying while you alive and don't even know it. Word, living your regular life and don't know you dying as the whole way. Word, listen, man. The most graphic thing that most of the people paint is like that Walking Dead movie. Word, if anything. Y'all ever see The Walking Dead? Word. It's a movie about zombies. Word. The Walking Dead. It's something happened in the air. When the people literally walking dead. Look around, man. Look at the people. Most of the people, bro, in these TV shows and movies y'all looking at but don't really understand, they paint a picture for y'all like what's going on or what will happen. Not to freak out loud, I'm just saying, bro, look around. There's many people who literally are walking dead. Word. What does zombie do? They just got basic instincts and just eat and this and that. Word. Look at the picture and look at the people. They just like zombies, bro. You know what I mean? Killing each other. Word. But how do zombies get like that? It's like a disease in the air or something. Biological warfare is what I'm on. Then they just now have a disease not too long ago called coronavirus. What happened to it? It came and it gone. Y'all remember that? a few years ago, they're talking about the coronavirus, and boys, y'all listen. Y'all remember that they was talking about coronavirus. All right, that came and it gone. Recently, it was something called COVID. Y'all remember COVID? How many people died from COVID? It came and it gone. How's it going? How it come so fast and how it leaving so fast? Y'all took a few shots for that COVID thing, then y'all. I ain't getting no shots. Didn't need none. Alright, I'm just saying. Listen to what I'm saying. But they putting these diseases out there. People think it's coincidence or something. Alright, bro. Listen, in the 1960s, the 60s. In 1968, it was something called Hong Kong flu. Word. 1968, there was something called a Hong Kong flu that hit a lot of people. A lot of people died. There was another flu in like 1961 called the 7th cholera pandemic. Word. In the 1960s. In the 1950s, they hit the people with polio. Killed a lot of people. And also hepatitis B. These diseases coming out. Word, bro. Listen, how come they coming out in the 1900s? A lot of these diseases weren't here in the 1800s, 1700s, or 1600s. And in the recent 1900s, though, in the last 100 years of history, there's more diseases going on. As technology increases, you see more diseases coming out. In slavery days, they weren't hitting y'all with all these diseases. The technology went around to make these diseases. I'm going somewhere. It's biological warfare. Pay attention. Because many people not paying attention. Y'all want some facts? I got some facts for your ass. Pay attention. In the 1800s, 1700s, and 1600s, it wasn't all these diseases. But they was starting to become introduced slowly but surely. What's that? It was what's that junk? I got it right here. Yeah, I got it right here. Somewhere. Yeah, it was the French and Indian War. In the French and Indian War in 1763, the British forces intentionally used smallpox. All right, do your research. In 1763, the British forces intentionally used smallpox and infected blankets and handkerchiefs as biological warfare against the Native Americans at Fort Pitt to spread disease. All right. The incident during the siege of Fort Pitt in 1763, British officers deliberately gave blankets and handkerchiefs from the smallpox to the people. What? They doing the same thing to y'all. Y'all not paying attention. Or y'all busy trolling. Y'all dying slow. And don't this and that. But there was something called the Chinese flu not too long ago. Swine flu in 2009, 2010 that was brought on by H1N1. Cancers going up. Many other diseases. Why are you talking about these diseases and this and that? Because it ain't coincidence. People creating these things. You know what I mean? They creating them. And y'all are the projects. You the test subjects. Do you not know? You need to know. And pay attention. Many people not paying attention. Alright. The Europeans brought infections, diseases to the Native Americans when they arrived knowingly. You ever go out of town? Anyone ever been out the country? I ain't never been out the country. But I listen to people who go out the country. When you go out the country, what you got to do? You got to get a technical shot, right? You got to get a technical shot, right? Why is that? Do you not know that right now, currently, when you go out of the country, right now, currently, you got diseases inside of you that can kill people if you don't get a certain shot. I've never been outside the country, but I know when you go outside the country, they give y'all technical shots when y'all going places, going to Africa, going somewhere. You gotta get a shot because of something in your system that you living with that can kill people outside of your country. The same thing with people outside the country. When they come in, they gotta get it. They gotta get a shot. They got something going on. It's all over the world, bro. It's different stuff going on. If that makes sense to you, all right. Word. Word. From skin contact. The people got smallpox, chicken pox, measles, malaria, scarlet fever, STDs, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Alright. Yeah, I said earlier, when you travel outside the country, you got to get medical shots, technical shots. A lot of people carrying disease unknowingly that will kill outsiders or make them sick. Word. Word. Let me see. And a lot of stuff that they getting y'all by is like y'all food. Number one thing that messed up Adam and Eve was they ate the wrong food. Word. Number one thing, the very first thing that messed up Adam and Eve, they ate the wrong food. Same as with us. If the body is destroyed, the mind is destroyed. How do you think this affects your spirit? No reason. Most are given over to flesh desires. The body poisons the mind. How do you think this affects your spirit? It poisons it. It makes you sick. Most of y'all are sick people that do sick things to each other all the time. Most of the time unknowingly. Just look. The body poison. Why you can't think straight? Your mind and body poison. You are putting things in your body every day that affects your mind, and it also affects your spirit. Causes one to be led by the flesh instead of the spirit. All right. But basically, make a long story short, watch what you eat, watch what you drink. Y'all go to the store all the time and buy stuff. You don't even read what you're buying or know what you're buying. The number one way that like they get y'all is through meat. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with eating certain meats. The majority of the stuff that y'all eat is poisons, especially the cow. When I'm working, I be working like sometimes I go to the country, and like a lot of them country people, they have a lot of cows in their yard. You know what I mean? Them probably the freshest cows. It's good to eat fresh stuff. Where they in different places, the food and markets not the same. When I be going different places and get different stuff, bro, like it's different from around here in the city. Where it even look different. Where the meat look different from when you going in here to the city. You know what I mean? Because the stuff that y'all getting, it got a lot of steroids and a lot of other crap in it. You know what I mean? Like it kills you when you eat the stuff in the city. But a lot of people in the country, like they eat what they growing at home. You know what I mean? That's way more better for you. It ain't got no stuff in it than when we going to the store. And y'all buying y'all meat and hamburgers from a lot of the convenience stores, grocery stores. A lot of stuff poisonous, bro. That's just me telling you. It's different when you go into the country. Alright, you better off going to the people who got their own cows and cutting the cow up your damn self. You know what I mean? That's what you ought to be doing. If y'all gonna eat meat and stuff, you know what I mean? Like where a lot of these places is not right. You know what I mean? It's biological warfare. Even the water you drink. Bro, a lot of stuff that y'all drinking not right. With the food and water you drinking not right. That's the biggest thing that they getting y'all with. You know what I mean? If it ain't, besides the outside disease that they bringing in, you know what I mean? They put it in food and stuff. That's the easy. How y'all kill bugs and stuff that you don't want around at home? You poison them, right? You poison them. You get rid of them with the most easiest efforts. You let them eat themselves to death. Why do you think so many people be dropping? This and that. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's if you pay attention to that, it's biological warfare, my brothers and my sisters. Watch what you're eating, watch what you're drinking. I believe anything that a person got going on, I believe it's a cure and everything. Uh, the Lord give y'all the cure in the book and what to eat. A lot of the stuff that these people do and give y'all, like they mess y'all up and they keep y'all messed up, and that's pretty wicked as hell to me. You know what I mean? Especially like with the doctors and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's some good people, but they don't give y'all proper treatment, and they know what to really treat y'all and to really this and that. They're not gonna give y'all that. You know what I mean? It's a big business. It's a big business. It's all about money with these people. You know what I mean? But y'all lives are valuable. Watch what you're eating. It ain't all these diseases and stuff that people got going on, bro. They making these stuff. Where do your this just now said up until like the 1600s, 1500s, 1400s, these diseases were not around. So how come they around now? I just named a few of them: coronavirus, COVID, Chinese flu, smallpox, swine flu, measles, polio, hepatitis B. Bro, these are recently invented diseases within the last few hundred years. Recently invented diseases. They make these things, bro. It's biological warfare. They have a history of using this. I just read in 1763 or something, the smallpox disease, the Europeans brought that over here to the Native Americans purposely. They gave stuff to them in blankets and stuff, bro. You know what I mean? Alright, bro, these some sick people. But that's just that. I encourage y'all to pay attention. A lot of your body can heal itself if you treat it right. And Lord, it can heal itself if you treat it right. A lot of treatment of these people, I wouldn't mess with it. You know what I mean? That's from me to you. But yeah. But that's that though. As far as I'm gonna shorten that one and leave it at that. And then I was gonna do a Quran thing, but I wanted to get that out there. That jump stood out to me. So I'm gonna close this jump, and then I'm gonna jump back in the Quran real quick. All right. But y'all pay attention, and then it ain't no shock or surprise that all this stuff going on. Many people not paying. They not even asking no questions. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, they're not asking no questions at all. And the same people who putting this out there, y'all want to get help from them. You ever see on the back of an ambulance, it got like that staff with two snakes being twisted, like tied in? What the hell kind of symbol is that? Just think about it. Y'all ever see the back of an ambulance thing? It got the snake it got a staff with two snakes being twisted around. That's an odd sign that is a very odd sign for someone for people who supposed to stand for help or something. You know what I mean? Where that's a symbol that I always look at the back of that junk like, what kind of sign is this? Where why they got a staff with two snakes on it being twisted up? Now I don't know snakes to be no good representation. The last time I checked, I ain't never seen a snake used in a positive way. If that makes sense to you. Where America, Benjamin Franklin, he drew it's a picture. That y'all crazy, bro. This is a crazy place. It's a very, very crazy, wicked place if you really think about it. I mean, I ain't gonna even flex. Where that junk? I know I got it on here. Yeah, right here. Can y'all see this picture? I know my screen cracked, but that's a picture Benjamin Franklin drew. You see the Facebook? It's a picture Benjamin Franklin drew. It's a broken down snake. It's the original 8 colonies of America. In 1754, Benjamin Franklin published one of the most famous cartoons in history, The Join or Die. That's exactly what it say, join or die. Damn. Alright, John crazy. Yeah, they got the 7 original colonies on there. 8, 7, whatever one. You got New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina. I forgot what that NE stand for. What that NE stand for. But dude, wide open. Word is bond, bro. I'm just saying, this is history. I ain't making this up. This is what Benjamin Franklin drew. Dude drew the original 77 colonies in the form of a snake. Ain't that something? Just think about this. I'm not making this up, bro. This is history. But people, you'll rather troll or bash this or that and pay attention. But this and that. Already, you know what I mean? A lot of people, there ain't no shock or wonder like why they be perishing. Hey, some young brother, some young sister gonna pay attention. But I ain't never seen a snake. The whole point I'm talking about is I ain't never seen a snake using a good in a good reference. You know what I mean? Word. Word. Especially with these people. You know what I mean? Snakes is not something that you want to be messing with. The ambulance damn sure got a staff with 2 snakes being twisted on it. Where that picture at? Let me look it up on the YouTube, on the internet thing. Ambulance snake picture. It's crazy. Ambulance snake logo. Junk right there. Alright, you got the staff with a snake on it. The hell kind of symbol is that? For that's crazy. What kind of symbol is that for help? Where I don't want no help from these people. Word is mine. You know what I mean? It just don't make sense to me. Word. Like even when you go there, you don't really get proper treatment. You know, be honest with you. Y'all be honest. Y'all tell me. You gotta have money to even get admitted in. If you ain't got this or got that, you know what I mean? Word, they ain't messing with you. I said, ain't that about something? But just that's the whole sign, bro. It throw me off. Word. These some wicked people. You got some good people who mean good, but the majority of them some wicked people. I ain't gonna flex you. Word, bro. This is a wicked place. And all the people work together. The doctors work with the coroners. The coroners work with the with the officials. The officials work with the judges. All the people in cahoots together. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. All of them got some weird signs, weird symbols. Word. If you look at them and pay attention. But hey. Don't pay me no man. Hey, you know what I mean? Y'all, as I told y'all, it's a project. People don't understand. It's a project, and y'all the test subjects. While people being mean and trolling this and that, you a test subject and don't even know it. Maybe you do know it. How many licks do it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know. The world may never know, bro. You gotta live to keep from. You gotta live to keep from crying. How many licks do it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know. I like that. It's not funny, but you gotta have a sense of humor sometimes. But I'm gonna end that on this. I was gonna jump back in the Holy Quran. I think I am because it's still early. It's still early. I'm gonna end that on this. Y'all take that and run with it. Let that sink in for a minute. You know, for y'all who letting it sink in. Let that sink in. Tell them that ain't crazy. Or do that make sense or not? Peace.